The BC Lions are 8.5-point favorites over the Calgary Stampeders for their home opener in Vancouver, which will feature a pregame performance from rap icon 50 Cent. I'm going shine till my heart don't stop. The Lions got off to a disappointing start last week in Toronto, allowing 6 sacks and a loss to the Argonauts, while the Stampeders beat Hamilton despite having to settle for 6 field goals from Rene Paredes. Hodge, does Calgary stand a chance in what will be very hostile territory?
Well, 50 Cent has 21 questions, and they're all about BC's offensive line. This unit struggled terribly, particularly at the left guard spot in their season opening loss to the Toronto Argonauts. I think that this is a ton of points. I do have the Lions winning this one, but with an improved secondary in Cowtown and the offensive line that I think was doing a really nice job controlling the line of scrimmage, opening holes for BJ Emmons and Dedrick Mills, I think that the Calgary Stampeders will keep this one close. I also liked what we saw from a more fleet-footed Jake Mayer, who helped take the pressure off that club's 2 relatively inexperienced offensive tackles in moving the pocket, shifting around the launch point. I do think that this crowd is going to be a big factor in this one. The Lions are expecting over 50,000 people for a regular season game for the first time since 2011. Could be the largest crowd for a regular season game in decades. So I think that that will be a big advantage for the Leos. The Stampeders haven't played in front of that many people since the 2018 Grey Cup, and they're not used to playing in a facility anywhere close to what they're going to have in the Dome at BC Place Stadium. So I will take the Lions to win, but I am unwilling to eat this many points. If you can get Calgary plus more than a touchdown, I think that is the spot on the line here.
Yeah, the BC Lions may have a lot of questions around their offensive line, but they've got more than 50,000 reasons to win this game. And I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but in a year when you're trying to increase your ticket sales yet again and build up momentum for a Vancouver Grey Cup and get people into that building for that showcase, you've got to win when you've got 50,000 people in the building. The pressure is on the Lions, but they've got Vernon Adams Jr., who, despite all those problems with his protection, looked really good in the opener. And I don't think Calgary's line, while it's good, is going to be quite at the level that Toronto's was, where they're too deep at every position with guys who would start on other teams. The line is going to be able to buy VA just slightly more time, and the Lions are going to be able to get it done here. I just don't think they cover this spread. I'm not confident enough in this team right now to take all those points, much like you, Hodge. So take the Stamps to cover, but take the Lions to win.
You know, this week feels to me like that famous meme that goes around on the internet where the guy's walking down the street with his girlfriend holding his hand, and he's looking at the girl that just went by. Last week, he was holding the hand of his girlfriend, eating up all those points, nom, nom, nom. But this week, he's looking at that girl walking by saying, yeah, I don't need these points. I just want the spoils that go to the victor, and I'll wait for my dessert. So I like this change from Hodge because I feel like in this spot, it makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of pressure on BC at home. I do think the Lions are in a great spot here to get a win. But having that many people in the building with 50 and everything, everybody's expecting BC to win. Nobody's expecting anything from Calgary. That oftentimes is a recipe for potential disaster or at least a loss in this case. And you look at the points here, and I think the public is playing up everything that's going on with BC and having 50 Cent there, but the Sharps are going to be on Calgary's side. So I think it's smart to take the points with the Stamps in this game.